I'm here with DraftKings CEO Jason Robins. Jason, this is just absolutely amazing. This set from a DFS idea to all of this, man, it's got to be crazy.
Oh, it's amazing. You guys did a great job, and really awesome to see it come to life.
So what all does DraftKings have going on here at the Super Bowl?
Well, we got a lot of things going on. Obviously, we have the setup here at Radio Row. Really excited about that. This is the best we've ever done. I mean, I think it puts everything else we've done as well as a lot of our competitors to shame. I think the waste management setup's a big one. I don't know if you had a chance to get down to the WMPO, but awesome tournament. I think they're expecting like 500,000 people there tomorrow. We have an incredible setup there. Really excited about that. And then, of course, the Super Bowl. So really a ton going on this week, and really excited about what we got put together.
And you mentioned the waste management over there. Of course, a sportsbook, a physical sportsbook at the actual course is being built as we speak.
I know. My only regret is it wasn't open for this year, but we're gonna try to get it up for next year, and definitely host some cool parties around Super Bowl next year. It's such a really incredible location. I mean, obviously this time of year with the tournament there, but in general, it's in the perfect spot. Phoenix residents, Scottsdale residents can easily access it. Great for people coming out of town who are playing the golf and can hop over to the sports book and bet some games afterwards. So really just an awesome spot. I'm excited to see it.
And we talk about a Super Bowl being in a state that actually has legalized sports betting. Of course, we're going to have a couple of new states in the DraftKings family getting to bet the Super Bowl for the first time this year in Ohio and Kansas as well.
Yeah, and Maryland also. So I think really a big year for new states. You're right. This is the first year that you can actually legally bet in the state where the Super Bowl is. So all of you that come here don't have to take the day off betting, which is nice. And it's I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure a lot of fans are going to be pulling out their phones in the stadiums. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is pretty good. And then just all the promotion around it to be able to come here and in the past see like, oh, but then you can't bet. And now, all of the activations we're doing, you can actually get people to make a bet when you're activating them. It just makes the activation so much easier.
So we have those two states, but there's a pretty big state I'm sure that you're pretty happy about that is coming down the line here pretty soon as well.
I'm excited about Massachusetts. Obviously it's our home base. Lots of hard work went into getting that bill done, and really excited to see it launch. I think we're going to do really well there. And unfortunately, it didn't get up in time, at least the online portion for Super Bowl, but sounds like they're aiming to get up before March Madness, which will be a great time.
Oh, that's amazing. And we're sitting here at this set, we're looking around, and people are asking you all these different questions about how do you think the game's going to be? Are you a heads or tails guy? That's what I want to know. Are you what's the Gatorade color that you're looking at
I
here?
think I read somewhere, and I might be messing this up, that due to the weight of a coin. I don't know if this is true of the coin they use.
Oh, you have a sharp take on this.
I think definitely with like a quarter, there is a slightly above 50% chance of heads due to like the way, I think so. I might be getting it backwards. It might be, but there is a slight favor to one. I don't know if they use a different coin for the coin flip in the game that doesn't have that, but if that's true, then we all know you should be betting on heads. What about, is there a Gatorade flavor here? Is there a sharp take on that? I'm not saying this is true because I heard this. I did not personally verify it, but our comms person told me earlier that she had heard that there has never been red Gatorade in the Super Bowl, in the entire history of the Super Bowl. Also, I think the last time, and maybe only time in recent memory, that there was no Gatorade dumped on a coach was Bill Belichick. And he's not playing. He's not coaching. Unfortunately for my Patriots, he's not coaching this weekend. So I would steer away from those two. Probably assuming those things are true, but always verify, of course. But that's what I was told.
How are people betting the game at DraftKings right now? Are we getting Eagles money? Are we getting over money? Are we getting under money? How's it going?
Money's definitely on the Eagles and on the over. Because the spread is so tight, the Eagles' money is kind of leaning on the spread, and then the money line's leaning Chiefs a bit, which makes sense with such a tight spread. Lots of player props, Kelsey, Jalen Hurts, TDs are big bets. Also some really cool novelty bets. We have an octopus bet. Have you ever heard of the octopus before?
Where the same player scores the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
We got plus 1,400, I want to say, that there'll be an octopus in the game. So I think something like 99% of the people betting that are on the. Why would you ever bet the negative?
Exactly.
In that?
Yeah,
if you're betting that one, you got to pay exactly. Yeah, not to get like 1% people. So I'm sure that some people maybe they did the math and they saw that that was the way to go. But I'd certainly, if I were betting, be betting on the yes. And then another one similar that I think there's good, not quite as long odds, but good long odds on are whether a field goal or extra point will hit the goalpost or the crossbar.
Right.
And everybody's on yes on that one too.
Because no one wants to root for the field. It goes down the center all the time.
It goes down the center all the time.
You want it to bang off the post. So one of the things I know you guys are super excited about as well is as we move into these new states, all of the responsible gaming initiatives that DraftKings and really the industry in general is looking at.
That's a huge part of what we're doing. I think it's so important. We're investing a lot of money in it. We're investing a lot of resources in it. I think that, for us, it's not enough to just sort of do the minimum. We want to be on the cutting edge, an industry leader, pioneering new ways to. I think one of the nice things about digital is you should be able to take something like responsible gaming and do it even better than you can do in person because you have data on people that's harder to track in person. So, it's right up our sweet spot of being able to use data to identify the right people that we shouldn't be, accessing the platform and to make sure that we have all the safeguards, all the options for players to protect themselves in place. So really important, not just from a regulatory standpoint, but from a customer standpoint. We got to protect the customers that shouldn't be playing. And that's also how we protect the customers that should be playing, because the fastest thing that's going to make this, over-regulated or something else is if we don't do a good job here. So I think it's for everybody's interest, especially the customers, that we do a great job with responsible gaming.
And really and truly, you guys have fought so hard for regulation, and I try to tell that to people all the time as well, that actually makes this industry exponentially better whenever there are recourse for things that go wrong and all that. And I think people don't really understand that as well as they should, that legalization and regulation is actually better for everyone.
It is. I mean, obviously it has to be done in the right way. I think that doing it in the wrong way can create negative things in the product. But I think we've seen mostly, for the most part, sensible regulation, sensible legislation. And it does. It really, until you have a bad experience and you see, it's hard to know. Everybody sort of assumes the offshore, the illegal market just kind of, operates the same way a legal market would, but it really doesn't. And I personally, have friends who've had stories of not being able to access their money or, other things where something, happened that if there were regulation, they would have been able to have some form of recourse, and they didn't.
So on Sunday evening, who is going to be hoisting the trophy?
It's hard to predict. If I knew that, I'd be doing what you all are doing instead of what I'm doing. I'm just hoping for a great game. I think it'll be a really exciting game. Two really good teams, and no matter what, I think if people have fun betting and have fun watching, then it's a great outcome for us and for our customers.
I know you are a busy man. Thanks for the time today, Jason. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.